What's up traders, welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, your trading coach. We'll be doing a live trading session, live analysis and live discussion that we do every trading day. As you know that today is Thursday, very volatile market as there is a news coming up later, and we could see a good movement in the market. As you have seen past days, the market was mostly consolidating, and we see that there is a breakout on gold to the upside on the lower time frame. Currently the price is testing the previous resistance as a support, and we could find a trading opportunity. We'll discuss all of them, guys. So before I begin this session, make sure you smash the like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet, and also press that bell notification so that you don't miss out any of the content that I'm releasing every single day. So as usual, we'll be starting with gold to see what's happening in the market. Now, as you have seen, gold maintaining a very smooth trend line. This is the 4-hour time frame, and in that time frame we see that gold in fact maintaining this trend line very smoothly, exactly to the point. We see there is a support here, and from that same level the price has broken out, come back to the same level, tested the support again with a long wick doji, and again the price has come back to the same level. Again there is a doji, and we see that every time the price is coming back to the same level, creating series of higher low. So what we have seen that in the past days there has been a strong breakout on gold. This is the strong impulsive move to the upside. The price now corrected to the level where the previous resistance turning support here. Now what I think that, guys, we might see that gold might prepare for another bullish move. This current candle, as you can see, after the previous sessions drop, this current one is still moving along this zone, and what I think that at some point we could see a bullish move. Now after closing of this, I think that this one might close as a doji. In the meantime, still 1.5 hours to go. We'll cover the full candle. What I think that this one going to close as a doji, and afterwards if you look at the daily perspective, we see that gold in fact is still significantly bullish. Now the previous day's candle is a pin bar, back-to-back 3 days dojis, series of higher lows with increasing body length. It's an interesting thing that you need to look at, which is increasing body length is the sign that bulls are getting stronger and stronger. And what we could potentially see that we might see another breakdown to the trend line on the lower time frame, and we could see potential bullish setup. From the higher time frame perspective, from monthly, we see that gold is without any question strongly bullish. And what I think that, guys, even probably this month or later, we might see that gold has broken this monthly level of resistance. If I look at the weekly, this is the weekly chart where we can see that the price created previous week a doji. This week the price primarily tested the lower part of this doji and now has broken to the upside. And what we see that gold basically created another impulsive move. So it looks like it's forming another doji. If we look at the daily again, we see that gold is coming back for a deeper retracement, and what we see that, let me adjust this one, what I think that at some point we could potentially see that gold is coming back to this level of support, and we might see another bullish move. As you can see, the price was moving along this channel. This is the support, and we see a smooth resistance line as well. So this is the channel. From the top we have seen a bounce. What we can expect, the price to again come back here to test the zone and to give us another bullish setup. So we'll be waiting for either this one or anyone to test this trend line and to give us another bullish setup. So gold is, to me, is still bullish until we see a very strong reversal. Okay, use the live chat, guys. Let me know what you are, which one you are trading. Don't hesitate. Mila, thank you very much for joining this live session. Dollar CAD, yeah, absolutely look at it. Miano, hello there. Thank you very much, Miano. Pradhum, good evening, sir. Thank you, Pradhum. Victor, GBP USD, absolutely look at it. Abhishek, euro dollar, please. Yeah, absolutely. Pradum, dear coach, please tell us about Bitcoin direction. Yeah, absolutely. We'll look at Bitcoin also. Thank you very much for joining this live session, guys. Make sure you give a like. Just your like could really help the channel, the stream to be at the top, and that really keeps me motivated to create more content for you guys. Thank you very much for your help to the channel, and I'm here always to give everything I have in my mind to, so that you can improve as a trader. So let's look at now on British pound US dollar, so which is basically a little bit of mirror of gold. British pound US dollar, from this dodgy 4-hour time frame, we have seen a bounce. So first let's look at again bigger picture on GBP USD. Looking at monthly, what we see that from the monthly perspective, GBP USD, after creating an overextended market on the monthly perspective, the price has dropped, okay, to the downside. Now again it is pushing high, as you can see. In fact, why do we need to look at the monthly? Probably if you are following me for some time, you exactly know I explained, but if you're still not sure, let me tell you why I look at the monthly. The reason is, first guys, before I go to that point, keep in mind that focus is always learning and education. In this live session, you know that last couple of trades that we have opened, always winner, very good rate of winning. But what I would say that always keep in mind, guys, focus on learning and education, because you know that you can follow many traders, free channel, do live trading. And what I would say that at the end of the day, until you learn it by yourself, I can guarantee that by only following someone else's trade alert, trade signal, you will never be able to be profitable over the long term, and even you will never be able to do anything out of this. So it's only to help you to understand we trade. But what I would say that the best thing is to focus on learning, and then you can become an independent trader. And I strongly believe that everyone in this channel are able to interpret the market very nicely. The only thing that you need a strong belief in yourself and proper guidance. And both of this is my goal, is to help you to create a strong belief and guidance. Both of them are very important to become a trader. So that is why I always focus on learning, and at the same time we will be trading whenever the trade alert that satisfy my rules of my strategy that we trade in Forex Trading Wizard Academy, I'll jump on a trade. So now what do you see that British pound US dollar, as you can see, there is the price has broken the high of this candle on the monthly perspective, created an overextended market, and then rejecting. So basically GBP USD from the monthly perspective is strongly bullish. Now how do we interpret a market is strongly bullish? Is from the market structure. So you see that GBP USD from the monthly perspective is highly bullish. Starting from here, you see there is a big impulse from this historically low price, and then every month creating series of higher low. Now this current month is special. Why? The reason is a couple of things. Firstly, look at this monthly candle. Only this candle has created an overextended market, crossing the previous month's low, created an overextended market, and then has broken to the upside. Okay, now this candle is significantly bullish. Now what we saw that the price has broken the previous this monthly candle's high, and then retreat back is just what I can say that lower time frame retracement. And what I think that this market will create another impulse, and because it's a long-term bull market, bearish market turn into long-term bull market, and it has in fact a huge momentum in this market on GBP USD. And you can see it is in fact creating an inverted head and shoulder here. So you might see that long-term GBP USD might go a bigger move. So if we look at the weekly perspective, this is where the typical uptrending market, there's a big impulse correction, it is in another impulsive phase. If you take a Fibonacci from high to the low, we see that the price came to 50% and strongly rejected with this doji. Okay, that is a big probability for a bigger move on, from the weekly perspective. Now today is Thursday. You see that this weekly candle, which is in fact still not closed, but looks like that we might see either a green doji or a red doji. What I think that we might see that this candle is closing something like that. Okay, we might see something like this, high probability to happen. And then the next one we might see again testing the half week and then going to the upside. So basically bias is strongly bullish. Now if you look at daily, there was in fact a big bullish candle after this daily structure being created. This is the impulse, and then what we see that there is a structure has been created on GBP USD. Now with that structure, what we have seen that the price now testing the support and creating another bullish move. So if we look at the lower time frame on the 4 hour, this is where the entry comes in place. What I think that you see this current candle is a doji, and with that doji what we have seen that the price now rejecting. What I think that if the price come back to this neckline, which is a very important previous resistance turning support here, okay, what I think that we might see a very good bullish trade on this one. As you can see, there is a reversal here, has broken out. When you see this kind of double bottom, which is a typical, it's in fact a big liquidity grab from here, has broken to the upside. What we can expect the price to come back down here, test this previous resistance here, which is turning support, and then what we can expect the price to have a bounce from here. So this is what we will be waiting for, this price to drop. And I think that this candle, the way it is closing, I don't think that the price will be able to go up from here, but I think that it will drop, highly likely will drop to this level, will probably create a long wick doji, and then we'll have a bullish. And because it's a long-term bull market, I'll not be interested to sell, but I will be waiting for GBP USD to come back to this neckline, probably this level below this 20 EMA, and then giving us potential bullish setup. Okay, so we'll look at on this one to see how we can find bullish trading opportunity. Thank you, Zahir. Good morning, Nizam. Thank you, Zahir. Warlo, GBP USD, Austin, seeing good gold bullish. Thanks, no problems. Thank you very much. Zahir, big like. Thank you very much. You are appreciated. USD CHF, please tell us about the effect of USD GDP preview and likely position on gold. Very good question, very relevant. There is a GDP coming up later today. We'll discuss it, guys. Make sure you stick to the stream. GBP CAD have an actualized from morning analysis. Let me look at. Yeah, I think it's exactly doing according to the morning analysis. This is what exactly I said in my GBP CAD analysis, is that GBP CAD is likely to come back down here to probably will create an inverted head and shoulder. Will test this. Let me draw that exactly where I have analysis. You can replay the analysis there. So what I have posted the analysis is that GBP CAD is likely to do something like that, okay, where there is a previous support zone in this area, okay, which is turning resistance here, and the price is heading to that zone, and then we might see a bounce. Keep in mind that. Make sure you log into the subscribe to the right Forex Wizard, where you will find the right trading education. And GBP CAD is heading exactly where it is expected, and I think that we could potentially see exactly what we have expected. But at the same time, big disclaimer is that, guys, that Forex Wizard is most of the time correct, and probably I will tell you guys that don't put too much trust on me. Always manage your risk, okay, learn proper risk management, and also I am also wrong sometime. There is nothing to be wrong being wrong, and that is the key characteristics of a trader. Not to have any kind of ego, but to be okay with it. Okay, trading is like that. You might have you have to be very confident, and at the same time you have to manage your risk. This is the right trading psychology, and most trader caught up on that zone where we normally, in a normal sense, in a what I can say. And that is why, there is a saying that I think trader Tom said. A big shout out for him. He's a really a great trader. He said that normal doesn't make money in the market. Absolutely true. Okay, trading needs unusual approach. Okay, and that is why you see that Forex is so hard for some people, but it's a legalized ATM machine for some. Okay, like for me, it's a legalized ATM machine. I just place a trade, forget it, drag the money out, pay everything what I need. That is trading. Okay, it's a freedom, big freedom. Okay, but why it is like, once you learn the skill, you don't need anything. Like you don't need a shop, you don't need backup, you don't need anything else. Just a mobile phone or a PC is better, and that's it. A laptop, and make money, right? It's the easiest way you can gain freedom. But why it's so hard for some is because everyone is normal. Okay, so how do you become a bit different from other in trading, in terms of trading psychology? Is by understanding, see, what we see. There are some key concepts that you understand. If you look at, it will be very easy for you. See, in general, what we do is we, how we give an opinion. We say that, okay, what I think, like this, right? So everyone is looking at the market and thinking what they are thinking, right? So what is the smartest trader who make most amount of money? He doesn't have his own mind as well. He even don't think. He only think what others are thinking. You see the difference? So instead of thinking what you think about the market, try to think what other thinking about the market, and your problem will be solved. This is the big puzzle that one trader need to solve, to think a bit differently. Okay, now what other ways you can think a bit differently? You see that, keep in mind, look, let's say you went to the shop. Okay, you saw that the shop has $50 today, some item that you need to buy. Okay, and tomorrow you have gone, all right, and you saw that the item is 20% off probably, or 50% off, $25, right? So the price drop, we buy. Okay, and that is completely rewired in our brain. Okay, we programmed our mind in that way, and that things reflect in our trading as well. What we do when we sit on trading desk, I did the same thing too. When I started, it's completely fine. The thing is that it's a journey. You need to, that's why I invite you to stay with the channel, so that you can learn that concept. So basically, how do a trader, in terms of trading, how this work is, the lower the price, the more selling opportunity. You see that? So completely opposite. In trading, when the price is low, you sell, right? But that is why you see that most retail traders love buying from the bottom, selling from the top, is because of this concept that we have a rewired, not rewired, wired in our brain. So we need to rewire by thinking in another way. So the way I explain completely differently, if you just give 1 minute, you'll understand it. How you can think the way I think, I can share with you. You can use your own opinion, but the way I think is like this. You see that, let's say the market moving like this. Okay, now how do you rewire your brain to sell? So think in terms of, let's say, weight, like let's say weight balance in terms of, instead of price, don't think of, let's say 1.6577. no, this is not a price, it's just a number. So how do you think? Let's say every time the price is dropping, let's say this is 1 kilo, okay, now added 1 kilo more, this is 2 kilo, okay, now this is 3 kilo. All right, now, so what is the probability here? So think in terms of weight. So what you saw, that the more the price is dropping, the weight is increasing. So when the weight is increasing, the flow is stronger and stronger, and the price will go faster and faster. And that is why the more, you know, stronger downtrend, the faster the price will drop. And this is what exactly manifested. You can look at this one here, you will get the proof here. You see the price was moving along this support, you see, and suddenly there is a breakout. So why the breakout is the same way? Let's say it's 1 kilo here, 2 kilo here, 3 kilo. Now it became so strong that it had a breakout, right? Exactly in the same way you can make your own story. So I just shared my story, whatever way you can think in terms of game or anything like that, instead of, you know, thinking about a price. And that is in fact trading is, you know. So once you grasp this concept, once you rewire your brain, you gain freedom. And that's what I'm talking about. Then you start to make money in autopilot. Once your mind is programmed, you get the point, you just make money in autopilot, live a life that you are dreaming for. Okay, and now if you want to accelerate your education, that is why we created this Forex Trading Wizard Academy, to help trader to accelerate their education. And every day many of you joining, and thank you for being here in this great academy. Dedicated to give the best trading education possible, to help every trader possible. So let me look at now, guys, some other pairs. Let's look at dollar CAD. Okay, so dollar CAD, this is what exactly you remember in yesterday's live session when this doji was forming, guys. This is what I mentioned, that dollar CAD is likely to go up, test this zone, and then to drop. Exactly did it. Give a big thumbs up if you made money from it. Now you see that the price has gone there, exactly tested the neckline of this previous support, turning resistance, and what we have seen that the price has dropped from here with this big doji. Is basically liquidity grab, tested the neckline of this previous support, turning resistance. So this is what I talk about yesterday's live session about the market imbalance. You see that? Let me replay this chart. So this will give you a clear idea of how the market moves. You see that the market left an imbalance here. Okay, this is the resistance, this is the support here. So it left an imbalance and the price has gone up. In fact, you see that exactly tested the previous support, turning resistance, completed the imbalance, and then has, you know, it's now coming back down again. And because it grabbed liquidity, now there is a higher probability for this price to drop, and easy to trade the market now. Okay, so let me know in the chat which one you are up to it. So dollar CAD, okay, let's do a bit further on dollar CAD. Now this one is dropping, right? What I think that, as you can see, the price grabbed liquidity with this dynamic support is broken with this red candle, which is closing 1 hour some time later. But I think that we might see now a breakdown on dollar CAD. High probability that the price might break to the downside on dollar CAD. Okay, this is the daily chart, and as you can see that the price now rejecting from this doji. We might see a little bit of uprise. What I think that finally USD CAD might break down now. Okay, so this is a strong bearish candle. Once this candle close, I think the price might go up a little bit to retest this 20 EMA, and from that zone we might see that USD CAD is dropping down. Okay, So Faik, please tell us about the effect of USD GDP preview and likely position on gold. Yep, absolutely. We'll look at it. Coach, please, do you trade synthetic indices? We trade indices. Look at, hi coach, shed some light on NZD CAD. Absolutely, absolutely. Coach, do you think gold can reach new high? I think so. I think so. Looks like gold is still strongly bullish. Let's see what happened. Okay. Okay, so euro dollar condition, yeah, absolutely. Look at it. Forex, please, euro dollar. Okay. Forex, we'll look at it. Please be patient. I'll try to cover as much as I can. Kakulan, looking AUD long. Yeah, AUD basically looks like you see dollar is weaker, so any pair I will not recommend to buy dollar. Looks like the dollar is getting weaker. NZD CAD, yeah, absolutely. Thank you for USD CAD trade. I made some profit. Amazing, Gilberto. Amazing. Thank you very much. And this the goal. When you guys mention, I really feel very happy because anyone. This is the innate nature of human being is when you feel like that we are helping others. Definitely, I feel very good. Thank you very much for that. Either you are in a free channel or in a paid channel. My goal is to help. So in our paid channel also we are let's look at this one here. This is Euro NZD, guys. Now we do had some good trade today. I wanna talk about that also so that you can learn also, and also for those who are in the VIP also will get some understanding. You also learn if you are not in the VIP. So you see that Euro NZD, we had a big trade here. This one, Euro NZD, almost 3 times profit on this one, guys. So I'll tell you why I have opened that trade exactly. I will analyze you from the live market after replaying, and this is a great trade. You see on the screen exactly stop loss, take profit, target, everything is here. So I'll explain this one here, why I have opened this trade. Now Euro NZD, and let me first look at, I think I posted analysis on TradingView also, guys, if you have seen that, not on YouTube. So this is the monthly chart. As you can see, there is the Euro NZD, in fact, long-term bearish market. Okay, you see that this is the bearish market on Euro NZD, and from that long-term bear market, this is the resistance here, resistance here, resistance here. Okay, we see that the price penetrated on the monthly, grabbed liquidity, and then has dropped again. So when you see this kind of historically long-term downtrend is violated to the upside, grab liquidity, and then dropped, this is where in fact a very high probability trade comes in play. And back to back we have seen 2 months drop followed by a correction. Now there's a lot of confluence giving us this possibility for drop. If we take our Fibonacci for this movement to the downside on Euro NZD, we see that from the monthly the price reached exactly 61.8% Fibonacci level and exactly created a lower high with this previous monthly candle, and then we have seen a drop. So what I think that this price will have a bit bigger move to the downside. Monthly higher time frame is bearish. Looking at the weekly now, from the weekly perspective, we see that the previous week there's a strong bearish engulfer. You see this red candle created a lower high with the weekly candle, and again lower low with this long week candle. Okay, big bearish engulfer. This week the price has reached a zone where we can see that there is a significant retracement and then rejected. What I think that Euro NZD even coming back to this top of this doji on the weekly, and we might see that the price is testing this trend line, coming back down here, creating a lower high before reversing. So monthly, weekly giving us a solid probability for drop. Now if we look at this daily on Euro NZD, we see that this daily price action is significantly bearish. We see that first of all, this one grab liquidity from the daily perspective, okay, huge liquidity grab, and then has dropped, okay, and now we see that today, yesterday also there is a strong liquidity grab and then drop, okay. So there is a higher probability for this price to continue to drop. Now this is the daily chart. The price grab liquidity from here, and then we see that the price now dropping, and I think that you see this price might break this support and we might see a very big move on this one. So with all of them, this is where, then why did I enter here to take this big trade is, let me replay the chart. As you can see, so this is the closed candle, but I was looking at this price action almost 3 continuous hours to see the price to reach there. So there are a couple of things, guys. As I mentioned, always in all my analysis, this is the real education that you will find. As you can see, there's a multiple liquidity grab. There's one here, big doji. There's another one, big. This one is traded. There's a liquidity grab on this one in the direction of the multi-time frame confirmation. And let me replay this chart, then you will understand what happened during the lifetime of this candle. Okay, so if we do this, okay, you see that the price in fact went there. When the price reached there, I know that this market is likely to drop, and that is why this trade was sent to the students, and in fact it is now dropping. So liquidity is my favorite trading secret, and this is what exactly happened. Now we see almost 3 times profit on this one. And guys, if you didn't take this trade, that's fine, just be patient. There will be a lot of trade coming up in the market. Even in Euro and ZD, if we find entry opportunity, will jump on again. So for the time being, Euro and ZD, we see that strongly bearish, and I think that this price will continue to drop. Okay, guys. And at the same time, you see this doji. When you see this kind of dojis, is a very, very high probability setup. And what you saw, that the price, this impulse to the upside with this green candle is basically a strong liquidity grab. So this, all of these factors influences to take this trade. Now if you wanna trade with us like this strategy is also available for all the students to learn. For those who are our lifetime member, available in your student dashboard. If you want to learn this strategy and also trade with us like this every single day in our Forex Trading Wizard Academy, I will invite you to visit the website. There is a link in the description area. Visit the website. There is a discount going on. Join us to become the part of greatest trading community. Learn our strategies and also trade with us to become an independent, professional, profitable trader. Not only this, you will have this great trading tool. This is the trading tool that is our TF, or trend following strategy indicator, translated into a Python script, also available whoever joining with us in our Forex Trading Wizard Academy. So let's look at the chart, guys. Let me look at okay, next we will look at euro dollar, Forex Learning Club. Thank you very much. Okay, NZD CAD long trade. I'll look at it. AUD pairs, absolutely. Euro CAD, hi coach. NZD CAD, absolutely. Euro GBP coach. NZD USD, my friend. Bitcoin, please. Yeah, absolutely coach. Please. GBP JPY, so thanks, no problem. NAS100, yeah, absolutely. Look, I'm long on GBP JPY. Please do NZD CAD and NZD USD in our country. Okay. Yeah, favor Shipalini, I'm sorry to hear that. I'll look at it, no problems. Okay. Hello sir, you're master trader. Pedro, thank you very much. Yeah, you're here, I know, in our VIP group. You guys also will become a master trader. This is my goal, is to create master trader. what effect will gold take on today's advanced GDP? Okay, so let's next look at euro dollar and GDP news. Can you still take the trade or too late now? So for euro and ZD, it's already gone. You see there is a big move happen. If we find another one, we'll jump on, no problem. There is always trade, you know. Don't feel FOMO, guys. Keep in mind FOMO. Okay, FOMO is basically the killer of, you know, most traders trading account. All right, it's devastating, so don't experience FOMO. Okay, there is always trade. JC Livermore said that the market will open tomorrow again, so always, you know, remind yourself the market will open, though it is Forex always open 5 days, but this is the thing that really helps a trader to stay patient and, you know, discipline. So the market will be, you know, will open tomorrow, so just be patient on this one. There is always trade on, you know. So let's look at euro dollar, guys. Let's see what's happening. First of all, looking at daily. Okay, I always look at daily first. We see that euro dollar from the daily perspective, there is a daily impulse. You can see quite a few days long, you know, that bullish candle every day. The price is creating a strong bullish price action every day. The price is creating strong bullish price action. Now today what we have seen, the price has crossed this high. Okay, and then the price now, what it is doing, that it is coming for a deeper retracement. Now let's look at first of all monthly. We see that from the monthly perspective, euro dollar has broken this resistance to the upside, which is now monthly a strong bullish price action. So this is what exactly, you know, I predicted everywhere in my weekly forex forecast. Also, if you closely look at my past analysis, you'll see that it's a great learning experience if you look at the weekly forex forecast. So what do you see, that euro dollar in fact has broken this resistance, closed, you know, the price is above this monthly resistance, and what I think that this price will continue to go up. Now looking at weekly, what do you see, that from the weekly perspective, there is a doji here. Now with that doji, the price open with a gap. Okay, and from the weekly perspective, we see that the price open with a gap, still creating significant bullish move. So basically there is no question, it's a bullish market. Now if you look at the daily price action here, we see that the price has, you know, primarily has broken to the upside, created an overextended on the daily, and then we see that immediately retreat back. Now this is the 4 hour where we see potential trading opportunity. What I think that we might see, for me, I think that we might see a bit of deeper retracement, but as you can see, this price action is still, you know, bullish. It's not exactly can be drawn, but if you closely look at is you see that this is the trend line locally. This is the support here, resistance here, support here, support here, support here. So which is what I think that the price might break this low and then we'll go for bullish. For me to open a buy position on euro dollar, what I need is this trend line to be broken to create an overextended market, and if we see that the price again creating bullish move, then we can go long. And yeah, it is a very strongly bull market, and I will not be interested on selling at all, because this is the, you know, the biggest lesson I learned after making hundreds of mistakes. Okay, anytime I was, you know, what I can say, when you know, in the beginning of trading, even I see with all my, you know, many of my students, in majority of them do the same mistake, is you know, seeing a trade, a bearish engulfer with liquidity grab, and then selling. Let's say this one here, I know that many retail trader might sold this candle, this bearish engulfer on the 4 hour, but it's against the trend. And yeah, unless you are, if you're trading on 5 minutes, you saw an overextended market on the daily, yeah, you can have some good trade. If you look at, let's say, on the 5 minutes, you see back to back double top with 2 dodges. Yeah, that's a good trading opportunity, absolutely, if you're a scalper. Yeah, so I do that sometime whenever the market is volatile. I'll have a scalping also. It's pretty exciting, isn't it? So what do you see that now currently euro dollar, it's forming a doji, and what I think that the price might break this low and then to give us a bullish trading opportunity. So as soon as we will find suitable entry opportunity, we'll jump on a trade euro dollar long term bullish market, guys. Okay, NZD USD, please. Absolutely. Torrent coach is holding for trade better than scalp. I tried holding gold, but the market is choppy. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, that's common. Every trader face it. Look, even in scalping, you can hold a trade. See, you need to understand, scalping doesn't mean that you just close with a small profit. More often, scalpers make the biggest money by holding a trade. So either you are scalping, day trading, swing trading, position trading, whatever, you need to hold a trade, no other way. If you are scalping and you are taking a smaller profit, this is dangerous. Sometimes you might end up losing a lot of money in a couple of days or maybe in the same day. So the real scalpers, they trade with, let's say, 2 to 3 pip, 4 pip stop loss, and then holding the trade for a very bigger profit. All right, that's what most cases. We have a couple of types of scalping group. In my personal scalping, I do that. I take a very tight stop loss, and then I keep the take profit open, take the longest trade possible. And this kind of scalping actually need to be in a live market, because let's say if I'm scalping with 2 to 3 pip stop loss, it is almost impossible that one to send as a trade alert. Okay, because if I send, let's say, a scalping trade with 2 to 3 pip stop loss, probably before you enter the data in your trading account, it's gone. Maybe gone to stop loss, or maybe went well down that you will not have the risk to reward. So this is why scalping needs to be in the live market, and that's what we're planning to start very soon. So yeah, that is why it is sometimes very hard for some people. But swing trading, day trading, you can do with the signal trade alert, because you have some time to enter the trade, or you have a spread gap for fluctuation or peep gap. So yeah, so with that said, guys, euro dollar, what I see that the price is forming a doji, and I think that the price might drop again to this level, and from here we can expect a bullish move on euro dollar. So look at it. Okay, good morning, Roger, thank you very much. Please, boss, US30, Mohana, thank you. Look at it, and it will retract. I was expecting this price action is confirmed this move. Okay, Mohanath, let me look at it. Okay, US30. Okay, so we see that US30 with the strengthening of gold and other pairs. Let's see, first of all, monthly. Okay, from the monthly point of view, guys, US30 is bullish. Okay, what it is trying to do, US30, what you see that there is a monthly impulse followed by this correction, okay, and then the price is forming here a narrower candle on the monthly. So what it is doing is basically is forming this structure. It's an impulse, and then basically is forming this triangular pattern here, okay. All right, so this is the the price action that's formed US30. There is an impulse triangular pattern here, okay. Now with that pattern, what we see that basically US30, this is the monthly chart, and normally when you see this kind of pattern, I explained many times, guys, in most cases you will see either breaking to the upside, grab liquidity, come back down, breaking to the downside, grab liquidity, and then finally trending like that. So US30, that pattern is being formed, and still this is bullish, okay. What I think that initially it will break and it will come back down. So from the higher time frame perspective, it's still bullish. And if you see that it is creating series of higher low after retracing 38.2% Fibonacci level. Now weekly time frame, we see that US30 from this zone is creating a bullish move, and I think that the way the price action is forming, we could see that this weekly high is broken, probably even it's reaching this doji zone. So if we look at daily, where we see that there is a long week candle on the daily perspective on US30. Now with that long week candle, what we see that US30 basically creating this, rejecting from this support zone. This is a long week candle, and I think that this price will continue to rise in this direction. So if you look at lower time frame price action on the 4-hour perspective, what we see that there is already a liquidity gap. This is what I exactly mentioned in my yesterday's live session, guys. I'm sure that for those who were in this live session made a good money on this one. This is what I mentioned. You remember that, what did I say? That the price is likely to break this support, either to retest or to create a long week candle, and did it. The price has grabbed liquidity from here, okay, created this big bull candle, followed by a couple of sessions, narrow candles, retracement. Now it is creating another bullish move. This is the bullish candle, as you can see on US30. So with that in mind, what we can expect on US30 is for this price, this is the resistance here, okay, resistance here, which is turning support here, okay. And what we can expect now, US30, this current candle is creating a bullish, which is still almost nearly 2 hours. What I will be expecting on this one to drop first in the middle to grab liquidity from this 20 EMA with this doji, probably will create a head and shoulder, and then to push to the upside. So after false breakout to the downside, once the price will go up, we'll jump on a trade on US30. So it is significantly bullish. Okay, so let's talk about the news. Let's look at, first of all, the news calendar, which is a very important thing to look at. So looking at Forex factory calendar, what we see that this market, as you can see, advanced GDP news coming up at 12:30 a.m. and with that advanced GDP, the forecast is 2.6%, okay. Previously 3.2%, forecast is 2.6%. And yeah, advanced GDP might impact USD based on the result. Normally, as you know, that currently dollar is weaker. If the result is higher than expected, we might see some strengthening, but if it is same or lower, we might see still continuation of weakness in dollar, okay. So let the news coming up, but as you know that previously I mentioned, guys, see, when there is a news, there is a big deal to look at. And this is one of my favorite trading strategy, is to trade the news. Now I do not trade the news when there is news. This is the biggest thing that you will find in Forex Trading Wizard Academy. We trade the news before 12 hours to 24 hours earlier. So how do we do that? Let me tell you, so that it's a big learning things, that if you are new in trading or trading for some time, what I would say that it's a great thing. Let's find a USD pair. Let me tell you, we trade this one here. So how we do that is, when there is a news coming up, let's say this is the USD news coming up, USD advanced in GDP. Okay, when the news is coming up, the price leave a clue. Many times you have seen in this live session we traded news. This is the strategy. Let me tell you this. You see this candle. So when, let me give a clean example on a USD. Probably you traded some price action here with us in this live market. If you remember exactly, I'll tell you the trade that we have. You see this buy trade here. Okay, this one is satisfying the rules of our news and price action trading strategy. And that candle, during the live session we traded this big AUD USD candle, you remember that, and we had a great trade on this one here. But before 2 to 3 sessions earlier, we had a a signal here. How did we predict that signal? That's the biggest thing that I mention most of the time, is that fundamental, many there is a lot of misconception outside. You might find a lot of people offering many things that might sometimes not make sense to me, at least. So for me, the greatest thing is to understand the price action and the pattern. So how does this pattern work? Let me tell you. Let's say, simplest way, if I give you an example, let's say there is a circle, a rectangle, and then a line, right? Now if someone changes the pattern to you, let's say someone give you a rectangle, and then a circle, and then a line, right? Now on the third step, if someone asks you what will be this pattern here, you exactly know, right? A line, and then a rectangle, and then a rectangle, and then a circle, right? So that's the pattern, or any other way. So basically you can predict this one, right? So this is the simplest way to understand fundamental with the price action. Now why this happen? There is a correlationship between how the news is being released and what's the result implication on it. See, those who place a big money in the market, they are the biggest market mover, big boys. So they do a lot of analysis in the market, how they will do, and based on their analysis, that much information we don't have access as a retail trader, and we need to surrender to it. But if you are smart in understanding this, you will see that that pattern basically will tell you how they are trading this market before the news, and that you can place in your advantage. And to read that pattern, you definitely need to know why this is happening. There is a clear guidance that we have after long observation, and this is formed as a strategy that we have in our Forex Trading Wizard Academy, news and price action trading strategy. I think that you will not find anywhere this kind of strategy, and this is what we use for news trading before news. And so with that in mind, today's news, let's look at how it is going to affect the market. Okay, let me look at euro dollar, okay, AUD USD. So let's jump onto DXY to see. Now from that perspective, what we see, that DXY so far bearish. You see, starting from here, there is in fact a drop correction. So from the trend perspective, DXY is bearish. You see this doji is formed after grabbing liquidity, and then we have seen that there is a strong drop happen on DXY. So this is what, you know, a very typical things to understand from news and price action perspective. And as you can see that if you closely look at, you see this trend line, there is a previous resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, okay, all those resistance on DXY, okay, and also there is a support here, okay, this is support here. Let me extend that part here. Okay, so there's a support here, support here, support here, support here. Okay, so this resistance and support created this triangular pattern on DXY, and we have seen the price has broken down, tested the support as resistance exactly with this doji, with this 20 EMA. Now we see that the price is creating a bearish move, and we can expect now this price to continue to drop, and that is the prediction. Let's see what happens. So what I think, that on the news announcement we might see the weakness in DXY. So as a result, we see that CAD, you know, CAD is also showing a bearish move. You know, NZD USD and all the USD pairs, including AUD USD, showing a bullish move. So yeah, this is what we see in the market. Still 2 minutes to go. Let's look at all the USD pairs, guys. Hold tight, and let's see what happened, and then we'll jump on a trade if there is anything after the news, but not during the news, guys. So we see only 2 minutes to go on USD news to be released. I will look at it. Once we will find suitable entry opportunity, we will jump on a trade. Samuel, thank you. GBP, Coach Gold, yeah, absolutely. By the way, do you guys trade? How many of you, you know, trade directly news? I don't recommend, but have you ever had any experience? Let's share with me or with the community. You know, what's your experience in trading directly on the news, so that I know actually what you are up to. Okay, so our Euro NZD trade is also running in also 3 times profit target here. You can see that also USD CHF trade, also we had one which is also hit 2 times profit target. Amazing. Now Euro NZD is 3 times going to the down, and I think that during the news, if this one impacted, hopefully that we will get a strong TP hit on this one as well. Let's see. Okay, this one here, yeah, better we'll hold the trade for full profit. Okay, we see some spike on Euro NZD as well. Okay, I need to move the SL to the TP. Anytime there could be move SL. Okay, we need to secure the profit, moving the SL. Okay, how this okay, we see the strengthening in dollar. Let me look at the news. Okay, as I mentioned, you see that there is a big jump on the results. So GDP data positive, we might see some strengthening in dollar. And as you can see, we see that is why we see some rejection. Let's see, but it may not be an indication of change of trend, but let's see. Yeah, you see that euro dollar has dropped because of this. So that's it, DXY has gone up, but what I think is just a liquidity gap. Let me look at all the USD pairs, guys, to see. Okay, USD stronger. Let's look at gold. Okay, we see a spike on gold. See that we're getting stronger. Okay, so you see that there is some movement. Let's look at even the 5 minutes on gold. This is 1 hour chart on gold. Just looking all of them, guys. Okay, after having a spike to the upside on DXY, we see now the price basically what it did. You see that this the two trend line that I have drawn. This is the resistance, it's the support. Basically, the price tested both. You see, it always happens. This is the resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, also resistance here. So both of that resistance has been tested, and also there is a support here. Okay, support here, support here, support here, okay, which is turning resistance. Both of them being tested, and from that zone we can expect now the price to let's see how it happens. We'll look at it. So I'm looking at all those pairs, guys. Looks like that AUD USD a bit stronger. I'm just looking at all of them. So looks like euro dollar is pretty impressive for slowly it is forming a doji. So if we go back to DXY, which is very important for us now to see how the dollar will perform, we see DXY is forming kind of doji. Okay, as I mentioned, now you see the dollar getting after a spike. Now we see some weakness coming up. Okay, for Euro NZD, we are running a trade, as you know, that with 3 times profit on this one, and I think this one will continue to drop. Okay, hopefully that is gonna do. So euro dollar, okay, USD CHF, guys, you see that dollar Swiss franc could be a very good trade after we see the candle close. Let me look at this one here, looking at first of all monthly. Okay, so from the monthly perspective, we see that USD CHF is a long-term bearish market after this big bearish engulfer on the monthly from this resistance zone. We have seen that USD CHF has a big drop followed by a narrower candle, which is in fact a continuation pattern, and as a result this month what we have seen that USD CHF, after testing this previous support zone resistance, we have seen this big bearish candle has formed. Now looking at weekly, we see that the previous week candle, this is a very strong bearish candle. Now if you closely look at this price action here on the weekly on USD CHF is very strongly bearish. Now you can see there is a liquidity gap here, big drop, and the price was moving along this resistance zone here. You see there is a big doji and followed by a long bearish engulfer. Now with that bearish engulfer, what we see that the price has closed, you know, with this half body, half red, half weak, is a very strong bearish engulfer. Now this week we see that the price reached this resistance zone here. Okay, so with that resistance, what we see that the price basically rejected. Now if we look at daily, previous day there is a strong liquidity gap here followed by price created this red bearish engulfer. Now with that current day's candle, we see the price reach this resistance zone, and now the price is again rejecting what I think that dollar Swiss franc, the way the price action is formed multiple times. You see this is the daily candle, which is a very strongly bearish candle. It has crossed quite a few days high, you know, and then grab liquidity from here. If we turn on our TF strategy, we see a grade 2 sell signal here. There is one here and there's one, and exactly the most profitable signals, both of them according to our TF strategy. We see in this whole zone 2 sell opportunity, and that is appeared here. Now we see that according to our on the 4-hour time frame, the price has formed a typical bearish price action. First of all, we see there is a head and shoulder here. Okay, a big head and shoulder has broken down from that head and shoulder. Now the price is creating a bearish candle. Now there is only one thing to remember, is that you know, there is a, this is the neckline of this head and shoulder. It has not been tested properly, so there is only one confusion here, is that the price either could drop from here, or it could go up again, create a false breakout, and then test this previous support as resistance, and then to drop dollar Swiss franc. For me, this one would be a little bit of risky trade, but it's still, if it drops from here, okay, we might see stronger move on USD CHF. Okay, USD CNHS. How many of you trade USD CNHS? We had a great trade on USD CNHS. We had a full profit target hit on this one 2 times on USD CNHS. How many of you trade USD CNHS? Then I can analyze this one and to see which way the market will be heading next. I don't know if you guys are interested on this one. Okay, so I used to when I started, but never again. Okay, very good. No, but today I'm gonna experience. Don't take a big risk, guys. Take experience, no problem, but make sure that you manage your risk. I trade and use smart. Okay, very good. Coach, please tell us Bitcoin direction. Okay, I'll look at Bitcoin next. Perfect. As usual, Coach, thank you. Can you now scalp gold and GBP USD? Yeah, let's look at it. No problems. Scalping. If there is an opportunity, why should we miss? We'll look at it. Bitcoin direction, Coach, gold now. So is gold new high? Good day, Coach. So for 2067 that you are saying on gold, let me look at it. Look, there is no one can tell, but for me, I think that gold might yeah, that could be 2067 2070 level could reach on gold, and it may reach in one candle. Even this monthly candle is possible if there is a strong breakout, or it might go during the NFP, because you know that after closing of this candle, the first week of the month is NFP, heavy volatile. And NFP is when we make most amount of things in our Forex Trading Wizard Academy. We have a great trade, guys, during the NFP. So make sure, guys, you check out the website, link in the description. Join us today. There's NFP coming. This week is incredible, NFP week, and this week also. So you can trade with us and also learn our strategies, and also have all those trading tools, including, you see this amazing tool. Every trade is profitable here. There are how many, 7 trades, all are profitable using this TF indicator. Basically our trend following strategy translated into a Python script. Once you are our lifetime member, you are able to access that indicator from your student dashboard. Yeah, Gbpusd or buy, Coach. Okay, your videos, thank you very much. Yeah, that's because of the intention, guys. The video, whenever I create the videos, I say to myself, This video is I'm creating for my students, for my followers who want to be a trader. Its intention is very important, you know. According to quantum physicist Vladimir Zeland, I think Vladimir Zeland, he has a great book, and in that book he clearly explained anything we have in our life that creates a result is from the intention. And many of us in fact miss that point. You know, it's completely applicable in your trading as well, okay? Because trading is not only technical analysis, fundamental, is also who is trading the market, you know. So it's very important that you ask yourself who is trading now. And to answer this, you need to find out the intention. If you don't set an intention, then you might be setting an unconscious intention, and all results come from the intention. Trust me, I have seen in my experience over and over and over again. Any goal that you want to achieve, any trade that you want to trade, you need an intention, okay? And this is where the biggest missing puzzle for many of us get lost. You might say, okay, what is the intention in a trade? You know, there is in fact an intention. You need to know exactly why you are trading, what's the intention behind the trade. Then the trade will come out well. Then how does intention will impact your trade? Intention will not impact your trade, but will make, will impact or influence your decision making. You see that? Will influence your trade risk management when you have a clear intention. Let me give you an example, then you understand exactly what I mean by intention. Let's say you are trading and you don't know why, okay? Right. Now what will happen? Our life is not smooth. No matter wherever you are, whatever the best life you are living, there will be always something that will bother you in your life. It's a normal human phenomena. And then what will happen is that if you don't know exactly why you are trading, what you want out of trading, you don't set a clear intention, then at some point you might feel like quit, and then you might take some bad trades. You're strong, you can't focus strongly, and you started to make a quick couple of bad decisions enough to wipe you out from your trading account. So it's more important. But intention is, how do you set intention? For example, you need to find out the most emotional content in your life to associate what you want out of trading. Probably everyone has their different life journey. Probably you have something associated, a very strong emotion with your anything, everyone. Let's say you want to do something, you want to quit. Probably you are not happy with your job, you want to quit, and that could be a very strong intention that you want to trade because of this. Or could be you are very happy in your job, but you are not a high paid, okay, very flexible job, very happy, you want to do it for the rest of your life, but the pay is not enough to live the life that you want. Okay, that's a good intention that you wanna make some extra income, passive income, to live the life, to go for holiday, to go for vacation. So then how do you set that intention? If your intention is a passive income, then you set an intention to achieve that, and then your mind will direct you which way you should go. Should you learn more on swing trading, or should you learn more on day trading? How much capital you should invest? It will automatically come up to you once you set the intention. But in most of us, we have a vague idea of what's the reason behind trading. We feel like, okay, if you ask yourself, you might find an answer something like that: I'm trading because I'm trading, I love it. But if you don't know exactly, then there will be a tough time when you're gonna quit. So then once you have an intention, you bring the real result in your life. Okay, so it's important. Okay, so let's look at now, quickly review all those pairs to see. Looking at GJ, guys, looks like that it is creating bullish exactly where he expected yesterday. After dropping, we have seen a bullish move happen. Okay, so you see that the price basically has come to this level of support here on GBP JPY. We see there is an inverted head and shoulder has formed. The price has broken to the upside on GBP JPY. The price has reached this resistance here, which is turning support here. Okay, created this doji. Now this inverted head and shoulder has broken to the upside. Okay, with this doji. Now what I think that GJ after this doji probably will see a little bit of retracement. Now, you know, even breaking this doji, grabbing liquidity from this 20 EMA, we might see that GBP JPY is going to be bullish. Now if you look at the daily perspective on GBP JPY after this doji from this 20 EMA, we see that GBP JPY is basically forming a bullish price action. Okay, so from the lower time frame perspective, the price action is forming a bullish price action, but for me I need a little more confirmation for going long on this one. Okay, GBP USD, this is current session's price action. From this 20 EMA we see grab liquidity, and okay, we see that this is forming a bullish price action. We expected the price to come to this level where the previous resistance support didn't come, but the next one we might see either, let's see how this one is closing. I think that GBP JPY is setting up for another bullish move. This is the daily, there is a doji here, monthly, this is the weekly, which is also doji. You know what, I think that GJ, as you can see, the price grab liquidity from 20 EMA. I think that this price will come back down here, test this previous neckline, because it is leaving an imbalance here. Okay, the market doesn't like imbalance, so I think that it will come back down here, and then we see that another bullish move. Okay, in the similar way, euro dollar is doing the same thing. We see that back to back to buy trade signal. Looks like that the price did exactly as it is, as expected. From this trend line we see some rejection. I think that euro dollar will continue to go up from the lower time frame perspective. It's still bullish. Okay guys, so let's see what happened. Because if you want to trade all of them with us, and also how we look at this market to learn our strategies, I will invite you to join us. There is a link in the description area to be a part of a great trading community. And also we have some great trading tools, including this TF or trend following strategy, which translated our strategy into an indicator, which is a Pine script available for all the users. You can access that indicator from your student dashboard once you are joining as a lifetime member. Let me look at all of them to see, because so there is a candle close coming. Let me look at, guys, all of them to see in fact how it is doing. US oil has a strong bullish move, NASDAQ going up, USD CHF. Okay, so dollar Swiss franc, as I mentioned, which is forming a strong bearish price action with this bearish engulfer. You see it has crossed the previous session's high, and now it is closing with this big move. Let me look at the daily. What I think that this price is still leaving an imbalance here. Okay, I will not be that much interested to sell from here. I think that this might go up to test this level here. There is an imbalance it is leaving. Okay, US30 is forming a bullish. You see, this is a bullish candle. What I think, guys, after closing of this candle, we might see another another strengthening in DXY, and that time we might see US30 is coming back down again to this 20 EMA. Okay, and from that 20 EMA we might see that US30 again has a long bullish move. Okay, so Nasdaq in the similar way. Okay, so yeah, I think bulls, this is GBP USD. Okay, guys, so we see that I think that bulls are not strong enough to buy the market. There is another probability to drop on GBP USD, and I think this will be the zone where we will find good bullish trading opportunity, and it could be this trend line here. So British pound US dollar, there is a probability for this price to come back down and then to test this previous support here. Okay, so GBP USD, I think there will be another drop on GBP USD. So euro dollar in the similar way, the price action to me is still not strongly bullish. There will be another drop, high probability, and then we might see that again another bullish move. AUD USD, see there is a bullish candle. I think this will drop here again after going up. AUD USD probably will come back here to this 20 EMA, and then we might see a bullish move. So let me look at all the trade, all the candles that closed. Euro CHF has a very strong drop after a reversal here. We might see some movement on this one. Euro GBP also bearish, so all euro pairs looks bearish. So you can hold our euro NZD trade, which has formed a middleman, and which we have a 3 times profit on this one, guys, and which is pretty bearish. I think that the way the candle closed, we might see further drop on this one. Okay, USD CAD guys has formed a very strong bearish candle. I think that the price will go up again after breaking from this 20 EMA zone. We might see that USD CAD is giving us a strong bearish price action. You see this is dropping here. We might see a spike up. Highly likely that this price will test this neckline of this previous support, turning resistance with this 20 EMA. We could find significant bearish trade on USD CAD. For me, it will drop, but I don't think that it will drop directly from here. It will go up again to test this zone, and then we might see that dollar CAD is coming back down. So USD CHF, okay, let's look at USD CHF. Okay, this is the strongest bearish engulfer in all the USD pairs. So you see that dollar Swiss franc. So Swiss franc is getting stronger. With this 20 EMA, we have seen a very strong drop on dollar Swiss franc. Okay. Yeah, so from the daily also you see, from the weekly very strongly bearish, from the daily bearish, from the lower time frame also bearish. But for me to enter a trade, I need deeper retracement to the upside. Okay, once it will go for deeper retracement, we can expect to sell USD CHF. USD CNHS trade that we have closed with 2 times profit, which is moving in the direction. Okay, dollar yen in the same way. There is a doji has formed in this structure. As dollar getting weaker, we see the dollar yen has formed a doji. I think for the short term, this one also you might see some bearish move. Okay, USD in the similar way. This is satisfying our sniper entry technique in our forex trading wizard academy. You see there is a big drop correction, we can expect this one to continue to drop. This is in fact a very strong bearish engulfer. So overall, what we see that, let me look at again, so all of them to conclude which way the market is likely to be heading. Okay, 0 and 0 is the best. GBP AUD guys, we see this one also a very strong bearish price action. You see after this liquidity grab, the price was creating series of lower high and lower low. Okay, we see series of lower highs been created on GBP AUD, which is in fact significantly bearish. Looks like dollar CAD is very, like USD CHF and USD CAD is very strongly bearish. To enter a dollar CAD, for me I need an entry point guys. I would say that dollar CAD is the most preferable trade for shorting, but as you can see already there is a movement happen on this one, around 21 pip move as soon as candle close. Let's see how this one, if this one drops very aggressively, then on a narrower candle formation we'll enter a trade. Otherwise, if we see that the price has gone up to test this level here, will be entering directly by market from this zone. Okay, so if the price goes up for me, I'll be entering by market from this 20 EMA, below this 20 EMA, keeping stop loss above this high, take profit again 3 times, okay, or 2 times profit target on dollar CAD. On the other hand, if I see this one has broken down, didn't go up for retracement, then I will wait for a slower retracement. We will find a sniper entry and then we'll jump on a trade on dollar CAD. USD CHF in the similar way. Let's see how this one form. We might see a doji here, and that is where we can find an entry point. For gold, so we see that if the dollar is getting weaker, then we see a strengthening in gold. Okay, so looking at the daily, so looking at monthly, first of all, there is a bullish move on the weekly. There's a doji followed by another bullish candle. From the daily perspective, we see that gold is there is a rejection from the daily support zone, and from the 4-hour perspective, we see that gold in fact forming a very strong bullish price action. And with this doji, what we see, slowly the price is pushing high, and basically tested this 20 EMA. So gold for me is also significantly bullish. Okay, for an entry, as I mentioned, if we see that sudden strengthening in dollar, we might see this one also grabbing liquidity from this support, and then we might see a bullish move. To directly enter a trade on this one is not enough for me. I need a bit more flexibility. We see dollar CAD is dropping aggressively. Let me look at the chat, guys, what you are up to. GBP USD, look at it, not too much spread for me. Yeah, what are you expecting on SMA? Look at it, please, sir. Gold for our doji, if Fed reduce rates, gold will be very bullish. Could be gold. So look at Euro GBP, I look at US30. Gold retests trend line a lot, which makes me uncomfortable holding long. Yeah, this happens sometime. Middleman on 4-hour GBP USD Mayano. Okay, let me look at that. GBP USD 4-hour. Yeah, there is a middleman. This is a middleman, but the role of the middleman is not there. So there are some role of the middleman that I explained in a YouTube video. You have seen that for me to enter a trade, I would love to trade the candle that has the middleman that is playing a role of retest and liquidity grab. Let me give you a quick example. Exactly, you know what kind of trade, very high probability on middleman. And we have this trade in this YouTube live. You have seen that probably. You can review that date video. Exactly was profitable, I think, last Friday in this YouTube live. This is the middleman that is playing the role of a retest candle. You see that from this structure, the price has broken out, tested this support as resistance, and at the same time this candle grabbed liquidity from the previous one. So you see that this is the right perfect trade to take to make big money from the market. And we do have a strategy around this, and this is what exactly the strategy applied in that trade. Now if you wanna learn that strategy, join us. There's a link in the description area. I try to give as much information as possible for you guys to for free, but if you want to accelerate your education, if you want a more personalized support and trade alert so that you can learn and also grow as a trader, then I will invite you to join us to become a profitable trader. So looking at other pairs, you see the GBP CHF is going a very different way than GBP CAD. So probably CAD very stronger, and that's the reason. but I think GBP CHF also will make its way down to the downside. Okay, GBP USD, as I mentioned, the price has broken the high, now coming back down. For me, I think that this market will drop further, and only if it tests this previous support. This level is pretty important because you see this is the support here, turning resistance here. Okay, and that is where we see this is the previous support here, and from here we can expect a bounce. Now GBP USD, if the price tests this previous resistance as support, only in that situation I'll be considering going long on GBP USD. Otherwise I'll just wait. And that's the key points, guys. You know, you have to be very good at negotiation when you are making money from trading, and that's the main thing that I try to, the attitude, so that you can learn and grow as a trader. Negotiation is very important. Negotiation, you know what is the best negotiation? Can anybody tell me in the chat? I want to know your opinion. What is the best negotiation? Like, how does it look like, the best negotiation? Okay, so gold, yeah. Hello coach, the scalping class is still possible. Yeah, absolutely, Simon. We'll jump on it very soon. I'm just organizing how we can do that. Sir, you didn't look at euro. Okay, sorry, we'll look at euro GBP. My apology. I try to cover most of the you know, pairs, guys. If I miss something, really apologize. Sometimes happens due to the, you know, there's a lot of things need to cover. So euro GBP, looking at monthly, we see that from the monthly perspective, there is a big monthly bullish candle followed by you know, retracement. Looking at the weekly perspective, we see that the previous week there is a bearish angle. For this week the price has gone up to this resistance level. Now the price is rejecting. Okay, now looking at daily, what we see that from the daily perspective, there is a big move happen followed by this correction. It is in another move. So euro GBP looks like that a bearish for me. Okay, we might see further drop. As you can see, euro getting a little bit of weaker. So euro GBP showing there's a bearish angle for, followed by a doji. It is now dropping again. So euro GBP is bearish, like the euro NZD, which is hitting our TP just after 10 minutes later. For a person 10 pip later, I think our TP at on euro NZD is at 66, so 10 pip away from our TP target. So which is a big trade, guys. That's what it is, you know. Sometimes if you have a losing trade, you can cover everything. When you have a good trade, a couple of good trade will give you everything. So GJ and GU looks strongly bullish, so as gold. So this doji on gold is in fact a very strong, showing some strong bullish move. But the reason I'm not entering a trade is not from this support here. Okay, if it is from this support, I'm gonna jump on a trade. And I think that at some point we might see a revert back to test this zone. In case if it breaks to the upside with a big bullish move, yeah, we'll be entering a trade. After breaking this resistance on the test, we'll be jumping on a buy trade on gold. You take it euro CAD and good. Okay, Marsh had asked and shared an opinion in IG client sentiment report. Whenever retail traders sell, the price increase. Whenever a retail trader buy, the price decrease. Would you explain why does this happen? Very good question. That's awesome question. Very good question. How many of you aware of this fact, what Marhat told. I want to discuss that one with you guys. Let me know. He says it's a very, very important question. This is in fact eye-opening if you understand it. You know, in IG client sentiment, when retail trader is selling, the price is going up. When they're buying, the price is going down. What could be the reason? How many of you are aware of this? And give your opinion, guys, then I'll jump on this one. I'll tell you exactly. Before, I want to know what's your opinion on this one. Cat looks very stronger. That means that oil is going aggressively bullish from this. It grabbed, in fact, huge liquidity and then has bounced. AUD USD Pro Ramesh. Okay, we see that bullish, but let's, you know, this one on AUD USD, I normally don't trade, you know, one candle up. So normally there is a probability for this price again to grab liquidity from the support, and then we'll jump on a trade. So what do I mean by this? Let me tell you what happened. You see that gold, trading one candle is sometimes a bit tough without grabbing liquidity. You see, this is the gold. See, when the price didn't grab liquidity from the bottom properly, what happened? You see, it revert back. This one is a nice looking buy candle that has a multiple liquidity gap. So in the similar way, AUD USD, what I think that we will see again drop, grabbing liquidity, and that is where the buy will come. All right. Okay, let me explain that question, that why does the retail trade, when retail trader buy, the price drop, is because, you know, it's because always big boys trade against retail trader. Why? The reason is very simple. See, when whatever happening in the market, I think our Euro NZD hit TP, yeah, the big one, amazing. So whenever the market, you know, moving, there is a transaction happening, you know, this side or that side. All right, there is a transaction happening, otherwise the market will not move. So what do we mean by this? Let's say when you are selling this market, let's say we took this Euro NZD trade, right? It's almost a big trade, 3 times profit, amazing. So when we took this trade, we sold this market to gain 75 p profit with only 23 p stop loss on this one. This is the entry, stop loss, and take profit target. Now when we sold this market, there is someone on the other side is buying the market. Okay, there has to be a buyer to happen this transaction. Now for us retail trader is easy because, you know, we almost have similar kind of, you know, liquidity to provide in the market. But when it comes to, let's say, big boys, let's say a bank or a hedge fund, they are, you know, investing millions, even billions of dollars. They can't do like us, okay? Because to take a trade with, you know, multiple $1 million or $1 billion, they need a big person to buy that market. So if they're selling, someone need to buy it. If they're buying, someone need to sell it. So that much of capital, that much of liquidity we don't have, right? So what they do, when let's say 10,000 or 20,000 retail trader buying from here, one big boy may be selling from here, as an example, not exactly correct number. So because we all together, let's say, buying 50 million, okay, maybe one big boy need to sell 50 million. So that is why, so when we all are selling, they are buying. So they are always, their volume is bigger than us, and that is why the market is, we are still selling, but the market is going up, because at the end of the day is all about summation. So if you see that, let's say all retail trader selling $40 million, one big boys bought this market $50 million, so 10 million is still imbalance, the price will go up. Okay, and that is why all retail traders selling, the market is going up. And this is the very, very important concept that one trader need to understand to stay informed about the market. And those who stay in the market for a long time as a retail trader, profitable, need to understand this concept. Okay, and it's a very, very key important factor as a trader you need to know before becoming profitable. Hopefully that you understood, guys. Thank you very much. Give a big thumbs up, guys. I see give more likes, everyone, this really helps. And also subscribe to the channel for more content that coming up every day. And also, guys, if you are looking for a regulated broker, the broker I use is EverTrade, and I also recommend they are regulated. You can find a link in the description area. You can join them. There is a 40% welcome bonus. They are regulated wherever you are. If you are in an eligible country, you can use the code. There is a link in the description. Use that code for that bonus to be eligible. You can start as minimum as with 100 or any amount you want. Thank you very much. Gold is going to be dodgy, so the next candle is expecting to touch the trend line. Yeah, I was thinking so. Let's look at. Yeah, that's absolutely. Muhammad Momin, yeah, that's true. You got the humor, very good. No, not sell, Ramesh. Bitcoin direction. Okay, so can sell a USD, asking Ramesh. No, I'll not be selling, because you see, if you see a top, it doesn't mean that you should sell, because it's an uptrending market. Only buying in this market, not now, after coming to the perfect area. Let's say if this one is closing as a doji, and then we might see the next one breaking the low, again going up. So this is where we will be buying. Bitcoin, we see again the price action is forming some bullish move on Bitcoin. There was a, you see there's a bullish candle here with a long wick at the top. There's a long candle with a long wick at the bottom. Bullish engulfer on BTC USD. Now with that bullish engulfer, what we can expect for the price to go up? I think that BTC USD, if you look at the monthly, weekly and daily, which is significantly bullish price action, there is a liquidity gap here on BTC USD, and with that liquidity gap we see that the price basically tested this previous resistance, turning support here. From here we can expect now BTC USD to continue to go up. Okay, so BTC USD is bullish. Okay, guys, so we see that couple of instrument giving nice looking trading opportunity. One is $CAD. Now I will be waiting. As you can see, $CAD already dropped. So what we need, this price to go up and test this level, and that will be a very good place for entering sell trade on $CAD. This is the previous support here, support here, support here, support here, turning resistance, and from here we can expect $CAD to have a drop. So with that in mind, I'll be ending this session, guys. And I'll wait for an entry opportunity. As soon as we will find, we'll jump on a trade. We see gold, talking too many times, I just lost the word. You see that gold now having a rejection, and I think that if the price come back to the support, we can find bullish opportunity. Okay, as I mentioned, that you see after this breaking this doji, the price now coming back down here. Okay, so we could potentially find some good trading opportunity on gold. So as soon as we will find, I will be jumping on a trade, and I'm keeping watching this price action. In the meantime, guys, if you wanna learn, join us. There's a link in the description, and also don't forget to subscribe and like this stream. with that said, I'm gonna end this session. I'll come back tomorrow again, guys. You see there are some, and tomorrow also there is a news coming up on dollar, which is in the same time. We'll be covering that too. And if we find good trading opportunity, absolutely we'll open trade in the live session as well. So with that said, tomorrow is weekend, guys, very important day. We normally have a good trade always on the first day and last day of trading week, very profitable trade. So until then, stay happy, make sure you manage your risk, and also make sure you subscribe and press that bell notification. Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow. Stay happy.